Welcome to Lippo Village. I don't know if you are ever been here or ever heard Lippo Village, but I believe that we do have a different management but the same group, Lippo in Singapore. That right now Lippo in Singapore is already one of the developer that has biggest office space in Singapore. Just recently we bought the PS tower. Right. But in terms of mall, I think still the capital land. I think we do have 3 real estate investment in Singapore, which is one is the hospital, second one is the hotel, the third one is the mall. Yeah. In Lippo we run differently, different management from Lippo in Singapore. So that's why in Lippo Indonesia we do have broadened portfolio of development. So one of the portfolio is the Township development. It's always a lot of discussion because it runs differently from the modern development, the modern country like in Europe. That many of the new city is actually developed by the municipal or by the government. The same thing also happens, I believe, in Singapore. In Singapore, it's more like right now building a kind of hub that it will dance in one spot in the vertical things and so on. It happens right now in Jakarta, but we do have a different opportunity to have the more township integrated. Before we go into the Lippo Village, I just would like to describe a little bit about our group here in Indonesia. In Indonesia, Lippo Group do property business, the retail business. We do have hypermart and also matahari. We do have also multimedia. We do have multimedia, which is supply the TV cable, also supply the internet data. And right now we are going to the 4G. The first time will be in Indonesia, will be launched in February. And then we also go to the printed newspaper, like Suara Pembaharuan, the national newspaper, and also the Globe Asia, which is also for the regional. And then we also have education here, run by the foundation of Pelita Harapan. We do have school, 3 kinds of school. From the subsidized school, like the government school, the middle class school, and also the bachelorate degree school, and also the university. So with the kind of diversified business in Indonesia, we can have so many opportunities to have integrated development. You will aware probably if you just go to the internet, just go to the Kampungs village, the Sentosa development. It's a kind of development that you will find also in Singapore, where you have actually the mall, and then you have the apartment, you have your office, but we add on actually because we do have school, so we will add on with the hospital and the school. So like Sentosa, probably we will call it as a 11 in 1. Something. The reason behind that is that Jakarta is already developed, sprawling. So every ground you can see that we just growing horizontal. It's already 30 years we're growing like that. By growing like that, it's not possible anymore because all the infrastructure maintenance, all the infrastructure cost and everything will be much expensive and also very, very expensive to really maintain that kind of long infrastructures and so on. So we got into the government and we say that right now is the time that Jakarta should go to the more vertical, should be more dense. The thing that we haven't got in the mixed-use development in Kampungs and Sentosa is the transportation, because we're not going to the infrastructure business. So at the end we just really waiting for the MRT to coming in integrate with that kind of development. Okay, in the property business, we do have 4 townships. The first one is the city that we have right now. It's called Lippo Village. is a 1,300 hectares development. Right now we do have 70,000 population. And the things that I probably will discuss a lot with you is the privatized municipal, because we run our water, we run everything by our own self. The second will be the Lippo Cikarang. It's actually east of Jakarta. It's about 2,000 hectares development. The third one is Tanjung Bunga in Makassar. It's about 1,000 hectares development. And then recently we do have another township, which is the Memorial Township, about 500 hectares development. So coming back to Lippo Village, I read the book from Sumiko, and Sumiko has brilliant photo comparing Jakarta and Singapore from 60. So she has actually the decade of 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. When I opened the first page, taking a look at the Singapore and Jakarta in the 60s, they're all the same. It's really slum, it's really, organic village, informal housing and so on, but it happens really differently in the 70s. I think that Mr. Lee did a lot of HDB in the early 70s. And then if you look at a lot of that kind of informal housing into apartments. We used to have one great urban planner called Gordon Benton. He already practiced in Singapore in the early 60s. So he said that what Lee Kuan Yew, Mr. Lee did is actually not only relocate the informal housing, but also try to have the mixed community. Because in one building, he would like to have the Indian, the Malay, the Singaporean as well into one building, so you don't really get into the slum things. That really is a very good strategy and policy. And then become 80 and 90, we just left behind Singapore, because Jakarta is still sprawling the ground like that, horizontal and very organic development, and Singapore becomes one of the major metropolitan cities in the world. That you have right now is all the infrastructure is great, all the infrastructure is number one, and so on. So I just told to real that probably I don't really talk about the infrastructure here and the physical development in the whole village, because what we would like to have is actually we would like to go to that kind of quality that you have also in Singapore. But I just little bit mentioned that it was a really great development that we had in Lippo Village. Lippo Village started in early 90s when our founder, Pak Mokhtar used to be bankers, but his son, Pak James Riyadi, started a new business opportunity in property in early 90s, and he actually started this town. He has an idea actually to have one of the greatest eight city town for Jakarta, because Jakarta is already condensed, it's already traffic jam, it's already all the infrastructure is not really good and so on. So he dreamed and he visioned that to really keep the burden and to spread the burden of Jakarta, he would like to have one of the great city called Lippo Village. So he started benchmarking the township in the world. Then he came to the idea, used to be in Indonesia, everything is upper ground, the electricity is upper ground, the drainage is also the open drainage. He already said that we would like to have everything is underground. We would like to have number one road in the world. And then we would like to have the number one infrastructure also in the world. So he already said that we will provide potable water, and also we will have the sewer treatment for the domestic sewage. And amazingly that we did that kind of infrastructures without involvement of the government, because the government don't really put the money in the middle class. We targeted our township for the middle class. Then the government said that you have to do by your own, and then we just find a financing and so on and make this town. So however, the infrastructures that you will see here came from private money. then we already think that in this kind of development, we would like to retain 20% of our land bank, because every year, every development, you will have that kind of increasing in the property value and the land value. That at the end, as a private developer, if you just sell out everything, you just don't have that opportunity to fill and then to have that high value. So that's why we keep 20% of our land bank. But we remember, by keeping that land bank, we really need to maintain the quality. The quality cannot come from the municipal, because the standard of the municipal is very much different. Although we have to pay all the tax, the land tax, the building tax, and every tax that they put on us. But at the end of the day, we just set out a town management division, which is run by the professional. And everyone will come to us and say, how you run that kind of town management privatized without any money from the government, because the tax doesn't go to us, the tax goes to the government. So we said that we have to give some things that people would like to pay. One of the things is the water. We find out that people would like to have a better water, quality of water. So we just say, do you want clean water or you want a potable water? We want a potable water. So we just deliver the potable water. And by water, I mean right now, we just sustain. You will never hurt any municipal in the world that can be a profit center, but we did. You will have that actually all the municipal have a subsidized, all the municipal will take up all the tax that the government have, and they will increase the tax every year. But right now I can say that one of the big things that we have go through is that our private development here, the town management is already profit, is a profit center. And then by that kind of service, we also run engineering service, because we have to take care about new 50,000 trees in this development. We also have to clean our drain and so on, and then we have to provide our own security. Right now we do have about 3,000 security personnel outsourced, not by the police, not by the government, it's just an outsourced company. And then we also run our own bus system, transport system. We cannot go to the MRT and LRT because all the capex is very much expensive, so we just run very simple and very basic transportation system by bus. So if we're talking about the things that come up, it's actually Lippo Village right now can really talk a lot in the sense of the and become a model in Indonesia how the municipals can run the professional and more profitable kind of township. That's one part, actually. But the other part that we in the sense of planning, in the first place, actually we try to have the HCD. By meaning the HCD, then we have to force ourselves to have the whole kind of facility that the city needs. The city needs a lot of, it's actually making a city, is actually creating an investment and jobs. Wherever you find a great city, you find a successful city in the world, livable city in the world, I believe that everything related to the kind of the economics and investment growing in that kind of city. So you wouldn't say that you have a great city, you have a real planned well physical and real planned well city, but it's actually nobody invests. I may say right now, the Dubai thing is going down because all the investment is just the investment coming into that kind of city, but there is no community development in Dubai. Probably a lot of celebrities in the world buy property over there, but they are not really making a community over there.